Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's talk show. I'm the host, Yinan. Everyone maybe have guessed the topic of today through the clip at the beginning. The topic we are going to discuss today is about the university life and of different Chinese students. The issue of studying abroad has always been a hot topic in China, and the total number of international Chinese students is increasing every year. However, according to the survey, many students are not fully prepared during the wave of studying abroad. After they go abroad, they often encounter many unexpected difficulties: culture shock, huge change of lifestyle, lose a lot of friends, language problems, and so on. In order to let our audience know more about these two completely different living and learning environments, I invited three outstanding students, representatives from different universities, to share their university life and learning experience with us. The three guests we're going to interview today are Coco, an undergraduate student who studies international business from Harvard University in Hungary; Rosie, a master student in tourism management from the Hungary Metropolitan University, but she completed her undergraduate study in China; Wei Long, an undergraduate student from Dalian Polytechnic University. His major is food science and engineering. All three of them have completed different college lives. You can learn more about them in the next interview. We know each other, and so let's start talk about today's topic. Wei Long, we know you are studying in China, so as a Chinese student, if you have the opportunity to study abroad, do you want to seize it?
Of course, it's a nice opportunity for me to study abroad. Studying abroad can broaden your horizon, learn deeply about the history and culture of other countries.
Do you think you will be different if you study abroad? You will be better?
Maybe it will change me a lot. It will make me much more independent and able to think more fully. It will make me much better.
What are you most looking forward to studying abroad? What the life will be as you know about studying abroad?
um, Traveling and around different countries and make friends from different places. As far as I know, most of study abroad life is quite tiring, and self-study is needed to acquire a complete understanding of what you know.
And we know China's influence in the international area is growing. Do you think that the demand of Chinese students to study abroad will gradually decrease?
Well, there are so many things you can learn and experience in foreign country, which is a different experience for your own life. Also, only better go out, much more blend with the world, so that we can better bring back to our country.
That's very good, Weilong. And your opposite side is Coco, who learning out of China. So, Coco, do you want an opportunity to experience college life in China?
Well, I would say yes, because is that I want to experience the two different types of college life in China and in the abroad in Hungary, because I actually want to experience what is the real college life like if I study in China. What is the difference like regarding the professors, the learning atmosphere, the academic work would be different from learning abroad. Well, actually, basically, I just want to like gain a comparison, like gain two different types of college life.
But if you complete the major you are studying now in China, do you think you will be different from what you are now?
Well, yes, definitely. Even though the major is the same, but well, because my major is international business, so I think the core content is basically the same because we also in China, I think they also learn the Western economy and Western business models. But I think it is still quite different because here you will study in English and you actually can have a direct communication with your fellow students, which is most of them are Hungarian students. I think you can gain more like insight into the Western economy and Western culture.
Yes, yes, I totally agree, and I think you also talk about the motivation I have already. And do you think that the international Chinese student will be more competitive than ordinary Chinese university student? In what aspect?
Well, I think it will depend on what kind of students you are comparing, because we know that there are many different kinds of international Chinese students studying abroad. Some of them are really good, like high performers, high performance students. They are have a really good GPA or scores on their academic work, but we've also seen some Chinese students who studying abroad. They kind of treat their study loosey goosely, and they just want to gain a degree. But I think regarding the good performance, they can compare to the typical Chinese university students. I think they have a more critical thinking, and because we experience many teamwork, I think they will have a better teamwork skills.
Okay, thank you. I think you really think about this question. And so thank you, Coco. And the last person who have both experience, that's exciting, and that's Rosie. She has both education experience. So let's talk about with Rosie. And Rosie, you have experienced two education concepts between China and the West. What do you think the most intuitive difference in between them?
Well, thank you for your question. I think there's one thing that I would like to mention is the educational methods. Based on my experience before, I also asked some of my friends. They also have the education experience in Chinese university. They said, and I agree that in China, the university, the teachers, they would like to told you the conclusion in the beginning, and then you need to follow the conclusion to deal with the relevant questions, programs. But on the other hand, in the foreign language, foreign countries university, the professor, they would like to give you, for example, give you one program, and then you need to use your creative thinking, your logistic thinking to deal with your program. And in this progress, they will guide you. They finally whether your answer is wrong or maybe not close to the right answer, they won't tell you that you shouldn't be, but they will just guide you. So I think the educational method is the most intuitive differences.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we got your point, and I think everybody wants to know because as a Chinese student, you choose to complete uh, your undergraduate study in China, but choose to leave China for your master study. Uh, why? Can you just tell us?
I think when I can remember that when I need to choose my major for my bachelor degree, I guess that's the age that my classmates around about 90, 80 years old, they don't know which career that I need to do and what I want to do in the future. So at that time, way close to follow my parents, their opinion, their suggestion to choose our major for the bachelor degree. But for me, my major is accounting before, but after I work more than 1 year, that I think their content is not my preferences. And based on my before major and the working experience, I think it's clear for me to choose my future career. So then I prefer to study abroad. Yes, this is the kind of thinking that the progresses
Yes.
I
So, your experience, we all know, and what do you want to say to other Chinese students based on your two completely different experience? Do you have any experience you want to share with them?
Yes, of course, I think. Before I choose to go abroad, and when I told my parents about this, my go abroad study, this idea, my parents, not only my parents, but also some of my relatives, they said that, oh, you are a girl and you are already 25 years old. This is not a good choices for you because in their traditional sense that they girls, they women, they need to have a stable work. You need to be self-sufficiency. But for me, I think there's no age limitation for us to follow our heart to do what you want to do. So I think the important is most especially for the girls is that you need to be brave, you need to confident, and go abroad is a good choice. Is just follow your heart. Yes, that's all.